Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at Lumen Field in downtown Seattle.
Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders.
Finding space at the 40.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. Back to throw. Dowling. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Drake Jackson
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Gets it to Hardman. A jet sweep. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. "35 yards that time on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10.
Lance and the 49ers now. First and 10.
At the 31-yard line. McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 39, Lance. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, 49ers.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long. Go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now, this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Dowling. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. The slot man in motion right. Off the play fake. Dowling.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. This is fielded at the 27. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Gets it to Hardman. A jet sweep. And he won't get close. Only a yard. 4th and 3.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 20, and he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Fair catch called for, no gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
49 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running right, here's Sanders. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. In on the stop, it was Tarvarius Moore.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from drawing level.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And he will find his man, Samuel.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Throwing now is Lance.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Here we go. 2nd and 5. Strike. Check strike. Off of play action. Here's Lance.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21.
Lance and Kittle in sync for the 49er first.
Steal, check, steal. Jack right, jack right.
On first down, this is McCaffrey.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A tackle made there by Caden Stearns.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
And this complete to Mitchell. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
On the set.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. And his kick here is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Airing it out deep for Smith. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 41. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Red, cycle. Ready.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
The tight end kick, and it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's got room. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
It's David Ajabo there for the tackle.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
To throw on second down. Dowling. Catch is made by Hardman. And he's brought down. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
They'll go with a keeper. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And the lead is now 14-10.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Charles, you got to think the number one goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
On first down, Lance
gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On second down, McCaffrey trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Well, we talked about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Completes it to Samuel. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
On play action, Lance. Able to find Gray here. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
McCaffrey on the counter. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I tell you, he brings the wood when he comes flying up in run support. He may be a safety, but he hits like a linebacker.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Here's Lance to throw it. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
And the Niners have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Extra point safely through, and it's now 17-14. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
Taken in at the 3.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, staying ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters. Another run here with Sanders.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Ready up.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Up the middle they go with Sanders. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on third down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on fourth down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. They're going to try the jet sweep on third and long.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Here's Sanders. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dowling to the end zone, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas.
And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Sanders going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Sanders again, but he will go backwards as he stopped for a loss.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game.
Here we go, set.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Miles Sanders from 10 yards out.
And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Yeah, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
And this pass caught by Gray.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Here's Lance. Looking for Gray, and he's got him.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
Let's go now.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey.
To about the 33-yard line.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball, then limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Now Lance. That's complete left side to Gray.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Let's go. Ultra.
Lance back to throw.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Lance looking to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, Let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Desperation time here. Lance.
Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that